Our FLoSH Week 10 recap, and to highlight the start of our week, we've got Zach Munski as our headliner this week. Why I chose this picture of Zach Munski, you can see here, this was one of his numerous ACL sprains, but the guy's happy, he's ready to go, he's got, not a care in the world, just excited to get back to the game that he loves per his Instagram caption. And then I just figured I'd highlight a couple ACL facts. Figured I'd teach you guys a little bit about something about ACLs. I did look up, can you give another person your ACL? No, you can't. I did do that research, but you can't do it. Where we go, quick facts here. Women are actually more likely to have an ACL injury. Apparently they run and cut in a more erect posture than men and bend their knees less when landing from a jump. Therefore, they are more likely to get ACL injuries. 2 to 8 times more likely. Did not know that. How many ACL injuries are there a year? They estimate between 150 to 200,000. That's a lot. I didn't think there were that many. That's a lot of injuries. And then how many surgeries are performed? About 95,000 are ruptures. Consequently, approximately 100,000 ACL reconstructive surgeries performed every year. Yeah, that's impressive. I wish they had a stat on how many people get multiple ones, but nonetheless, this isn't to downgrade Munski or do anything shameful in regards to him tearing his ACL. Just want to put that out there. He is a survivor. He knows grit. He knows recovery. And, he uses that when he's managing his fantasy football team. This guy's been down in the dumps, builds his way back up every week after week. But yeah, enough about that. We will get right into our recap here. And we'll go right into Young Ho versus Team Skiz. Young Ho picks up a very close win here. Team Skiz on the receiving end of a lot of close losses. Young Ho. Geno Smith having a really good game for once. Running backs did decent. James Cook did have the fumbling issue twice in that game, and Botch not going to do this. Marquise Brown, shit game. Jackson Smith, and a goose egg from Gerald Everett. But Jalen Warren steps up. And 6 points on the bench. That is very low. Almost the second league low to Tom's 3 points last week. Team Skiz, what happened here? Goose egg from DJ Chark. I don't know if he played Skiz. And I'm not going to dive into it because I don't want this to be another week where you have not updated your lineup. I'm not going to dive into this. Someone do some investigative research on this, and we will address this as the league commissioner the next week. Baker with a good game. Dalton Kincaid, like I said, going to be the best head in the world in 2 years. Gives us a little bit of hope. A.J. Brown on a bye week. Tough one. Calvin Midley still just inconsistent as all hell. And, bench was the bench. Nothing really crazy there. Really close match here. Davis, congrats on the 5th win of the season, improving to 5-5. Got a lot of people at 5-5 this week. We've got the Howlitzers on an absolute tear, just shattering that 100-point mark, improving to 5-5 against Team Gazzoni, who put up a very, very good match, 129 points. That's no easy feat. What happened to the Howlitzers continuing his Sam Howell tear, making a good pickup, setting the tone for his team and benching Joe Burrow again. Bijan Robinson's back. Jonathan Taylor still being pretty productive on the way back. And CeeDee Lamb continues this crazy tear that he's putting up. Ever since their bye week, he's put up over 30 points, I'm pretty sure. If not, he had 1 week where he was high 20s, but regardless, you get the point. DK Metcalf with a good game. Rashad White continuing a pretty good run here with the Bucs. Bench, even the bench did pretty well. Had Trey McBride with 21 and Brian Robinson with a good game at 27. Team Gazzoni, valiant effort, man. 13 points from Lamar Jackson. Najee scores in 2 straight games. Donta Foreman, good game, man. That's what you expect, and usually you end up walking out with a win, but not this week. And then Jason Myers with 21 points, too. Just unlucky, Dirty Mike, and you fall to 4-6, which will surely shake up the standings, as both these teams were one game away. All right, good game, you too. High-scoring affair there. Now we got Zach, our headliner here, improving to 6-4 against Simone, who's still chasing a win since the name change. He falls to 2-8. Barely breaking 100 points this week. Trevor Lawrence with 2 points. Tony Pollard with 5. And Aaron Jones with 9. And still walks away with a win. How did he do it? By the help of Devontae Adams and Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen putting up a 40-point game. Absolutely insane numbers. That game was just a shootout. I think every fantasy player involved in that game had a pretty productive week. Kate Otten coming back to earth after a 24-point game last week. Tyler Boyd having a really good number. That's what you want out of a flex. Probably just a late play in there. And Dustin Hopkins with 14 points. Noah Brown, too. He's kind of having a sneaky good couple weeks, breaking the 100-yard mark both of the last 2 weeks. What happened for Simone? Josh Dobbs, you can't blame it on him. He put up 25 points. Probably blame it on Travis Etienne coming in way under projection. Same with James Conner. I know he's coming back from an injury, but that still hurts. Jamar Chase with a good game. Across the board, nothing really going for you, Simone. Keep chasing a win. Zach, congratulations on 6-4 and making a good stand on the table here. Now we enter another heated rivalry matchup. Martin Peace falling to 6-4 on a 2-game losing spell. Losing to Christian with the Pittsburgh Steelers putting up 146 points. Dak Prescott, hell of a game, 5 touchdowns, took care of the Giants offensively. Austin Eckler with 21. Javonte Williams with a good game, 21 points. DeAndre Hopkins with just a mere 5. Tank Dell, he trusted him this week, and it pays off, 18 points. This Houston, man, CJ Stroud slinging that ball, and all the receivers, I feel like, are reaping the rewards. Adam Thielen down to 10.2. Doesn't matter. He still gets the win this week. Martin, what happened with Martin? Tyreek Hill bye week. Will Levis did not perform. Your 2 running backs did. Jahmyr Gibbs is kind of taking over the backfield there. Alvin Kamara with another good game. Jerry Jeudy off game. Mark Andrews off game. George Pickens, I think he wants the hell out of there. Browns did well. Yeah, it just 115 points. You kind of just ran into a buzzsaw, if you will. I've been saying that a lot this year. Congratulations, Christian, improving to 5-5, and Martin 6-4. Kind of on a not a good run here. Not a good run. We move on to Tom Egan, 153 points. Once again, this guy's all over the place. His team's boom or bust, and he's been booming a lot. 8-2, it goes to show. Zach Baldwin, after a monstrous week 9, falls to 6-4. Tom Egan, it's the Josh Allen. We're not going to talk about that game. And Christian McCaffrey with 20 points. No touchdown this game, though. But, hey, 20 points is 20 points. Mike Evans had a big game. Tyler Lockett, big game. TJ Hawkinson, monstrous game. I mean, 30 points from a tight end there. That's crazy. And bench does what the bench does. What happened to Zach Baldwin this week? Derrick Henry was essentially a no-show. Alexander Madison with a concussion injury. Amari Cooper, Pittman, both good games. Sam Laporta not really putting up 20 points like he has been recently, and a bad game from Stephon Diggs. Like I said, we're not gonna do that. But future's looking bright there. CJ Stroud on your bench. Oh, you chose to bench him. So last week I was right. CJ Stroud was a fill-in. You didn't have the balls to just start him out right over Jared Goff last week. You phony, Baldwin. You phony. All right, good game anyways, Tom Hagen. Way to take care of business here. Really give it to Baldwin. We'll go into our last match here. I feel like this is a pretty quick recap. Oh, Brian Verbickus. Improving to 6-4 against the Jeffyzyns. Me, I'm the owner of them. We got Justin Herbert, 28 points. Ramondre Stevenson with 13. Breece Hall with a measly 10. Amon-Ra St. Brown popped off. Christian Kirk with a good game. And then George Kittle above projection as well. Putting up 125 points. Bench, really nothing too remarkable there. What happened with the Jeffyzyns? We put our faith back into Kyler Murray for a 3rd consecutive year. I don't know why I can't get off this train. Joe Mixon doing okay. David Montgomery above projections. First game back. Nice to have him back. Chris Olave. I think we need to start Jameis Winston there. He's helping my boy Olave out a lot. Chris Godwin with just a mid-game. And the Gus Bus might be over. Gus Bus has left the station. He's back down to 9.8. And nothing remarkable on the bench besides Brandon Cooks popping the fuck off with 32 points. I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's a situation I start this guy over anyone here. Oh, and to highlight the Kyler Murray train, I also decided to get Kyle Pitts again for the 3rd year in a row. And I am just paying for it. I don't know why I do this to myself every week or every year. But Justin Jefferson might be back next week. My savior at such a crunch time in fantasy. Please help me. And I fall to 5-5. We will do a very quick standings check. This will be the theme moving forward here. We're going to constantly look at these standings as things are changing all over the place. Playoff percentages have shifted. We've got Baldwin going from 94% chance down to a 70% chance. Tom Hagen pretty much locking up that 8-win mark, almost securing himself playoffs at 100% margin. We're seeing a lot of 6-4 teams too, and a lot of 5-5 teams. Every week it's just crunch time. Oh man, I'm at 27%. That's not good. That is not good. Oh, I mean, I don't know what else there is to say. All right, we will hit our biggest winner, biggest loser. We'll move on. Move on to week 11. It's just a theme. I just want to move on. Just want to move on from the Bills. Want to move on from a lot of things. All right, biggest loser of the week is 93 points. Might take it. Nope, Team Skiz.
Oh, brother,
Skiz is our biggest loser of the week. I'm not going to do some investigating on that DJ chart. I just don't want to be any more disappointed than I have to be. Biggest winner, Mike Strumfler. Finally, he's up there. Congratulations on biggest winner of the week, Mike. I know we had a tough spell beginning of the season, not breaking 100, but way to answer week 10. And our matchup of the week. Not too many close ones here. It's got to be Young Ho and Team Skiz. It's got to be Young Ho and Team Skiz. That's just a close one. Came down to 4 points. I don't think it even came down to Monday night. Dalton Kincaid tried his absolute best out there, but it wasn't enough to take down the Young Ho, who now improves to 5-5. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed my snippet on ACL injuries. Once again, this wasn't a chirp on Zach. I'm just promoting him, promoting the grit of this young man, having torn his ACL probably 7 times by now, just to get up, keep fighting, and his team walked away with a win. So I tell you guys, it's grit. It's grit every year. Every year, fantasy football is grit, just like real life. But that's going to do it. 11-minute video, not too shabby. Hopefully I kept it quick, kept it entertaining. And I'm going to do a really quick snippet on the Bills. We fucking suck. I think we need to fire everyone. And it started with Ken Dorsey. He's gone. But we have an unproven offensive coordinator as a coach now. I don't know what's going to happen. Diggs might leave next year. He might get traded. Might hold out. Who fucking knows? I think I would too at this point. And I don't know if I can keep defending Josh Allen anymore. Came to that very sad realization yesterday. I don't know. Like, my heart is broken. I sat at the bar, put my head down for a little bit, and realized I just don't know if I can do it anymore. The turnovers are becoming a serious problem, and our defense isn't there to bail them out anymore. I just don't know what we do going forward. We might not make playoffs. And we have the third hardest remaining strength of schedule. This is looking like a grim season. Grim season for the Jeffyzyns. Grim season for the Buffalo Bills. But am I crazy to think they might still make playoffs? Do I still have that little bit of hope in me? I don't know. Call me crazy. But there's a chance. If there's a will, there's a way. There's a will, there's a way. All right, everyone. Have a good rest of your week. Good luck next week. And make sure you set your lineups. Every match counts. Even you, Skiz. Set your fucking lineup. I am going to look into that DJ chart bullshit. You might get a fine, Skiz. We'll talk about this. All right. Have a good week, everyone. Love you.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I chew, like a sneeze. Please, for them trick to squeeze, I'm getting cream. Never let them get in between of what we started. Look, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck and they hated when I departed. I go and get it regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist. No crawling, went straight to walking with foreigns in my garages or foreign menage. Sucking and swallowing anything.